I let's say you have a folder with your stuff, but you want to experiment, with the files you have without bothering the existing files that you have. So what would you do? You would naturally make a copy of that file, and then now we can happily make our changes to it, right? So now I'm just gonna make a change to it. Let me just, yeah. But then what will you do when you like those changes and want to put it back in your main folder? Again, naturally, you're just going to copy paste the files into the other folder, right? No, that's dumb. Drum roll, please. Git branch. I need you all to visualize this, okay? Using this command that you see here, we are able to create that second folder where we can make our changes, okay? But here's the thing, another folder is not actually being created. This is just how we are visualizing the concept, okay? It exists as two different entities, so we can imagine it as two different folders, okay? Now let me tell you what checkout means. It's kind of like I'm a div from here, I'm a leave, yeah? So when you do checkout, it's like we're doing this command from the master branch, master folder, okay? So when you're checking out, it's like I'm dipping from this folder into the to add folder, okay? The hyphen b is just saying that it's a new branch. How we visualize it is new folder. Branch and folder can be the same thing here, okay? And to add is just the name of the branch, okay? Now keep in mind, there is no new folder being created. Just imagine it as a different folder, okay? Now because we made the branch, we have the power of git branch. Now using this command, we are able to see how many branches that we have created, okay? Now we can visualize them as folders just for us to understand better. Now we can see that the master branch has two commits, and each commit has their own respective change, okay? Now when we create that new branch, that new folder to add, it's gonna be the exact same copy of master. We are creating the branch from master branch, so it's gonna have the exact same copy, exact same commits, exact same changes, okay? So now that we've created these two separate entities, that means what we do with one entity won't affect the other entity, right? Exactly. We're gonna do that over here. Right now you can see I'm in the to add branch folder, and then I take dude.txt, then I'm gonna make a change to it. And now I can commit the change in the to add branch, okay? Now we can use the command git switch to go to the other branch. And now when I look at do.txt from master branch, you can't see the change I made in to add branch. You get me? So that also means if I make a change in do.txt in master branch, and then I make a commit, and then I switch to add branch, you can't see that change here, right? So it's basically like we have two separate folders, right? Okay, now we have to get into this. Let's look at the commit history. You can see the first two commits in both folders are the same. What does this mean? It means that to add branch was made from that second commit. That's why till there they are the same, okay? Now every commit made after that branch creation happens in their respective branches or folders. it does not go into the other or show in the other. Okay, but why are we learning all this, right? We came to all this because we wanted to merge them, right? So that's why we use git merge. Let's take this example. We made a branch when master had I am in master in the hello file, right? So the to add branch will also have I am in master in the hello file, and then after making that branch, I am at to add text in the dude file. Okay, now if I wanna bring the changes I made in the to add folder into the master folder, I'm just gonna git merge. Okay, so now you can see I'm in the master branch and I use git merge, which works like git merge into master from to add. Okay, so into the master branch we're bringing in the changes from to add. Okay, so now the change we made in the to add file is in the master file. Okay, so basically you can see the changes we made in to add comes into master. Okay, but now we have to see what happens after. Like, let's take this example. I made the to add branch. Like, first we have text in master in hello file, text in master in dude file in the master branch, right? Text in master hello file, dude file in the master branch. I made to add branch from here, so both are gonna have text in master, but then I changed the text in master in dude file to text in to add. So I made a change after creating the branch and I modified an existing line. That could create an issue because we are overwriting it. No, it won't. Okay, you can see here. I'm gonna git merge into master from to add. It changed it with no issues, right? Even though I overrode that line from master, there was no issues. But there is a situation when there will be issues. Okay, see, we can see there has been no issues here. It merged, it got this text over here, but the issue is gonna be here. So I'm gonna put some text in the hello file. This is in master branch. Okay, now I'm gonna do the git stuff and then make a commit in the master branch. And after making that commit, I'm gonna make the to add branch. Okay, now to add branch is also gonna have that text, right? Now I'm gonna switch back to master and add one more line in the hello file. Now I'm gonna commit that change. Then I'm gonna switch back to add. To add doesn't have that change, right? But I wanna, one sec. Yeah, I'm gonna make a change into add, and then I'm gonna try to merge the two. Okay, I'm gonna merge into to add from master, but we're gonna see there's a conflict, right? There's an issue here. Why? Because after I created the branch to add from master, there has been a change in master. So now master is ahead of to add, right? And when it's ahead, we tried to make a change in to add in the same file, in the same line that it was ahead on. So there's gonna be a conflict. How do you solve the conflict? When you open the file, this is what you're gonna see when a conflict happens. Okay, this box means, you can see head. Head basically signifies that in the branch, in the folder that we're in, has this text. Okay, and now master basically means in the master branch we have this text. So now the conflict is basically saying in that same line, in the two branches, we have different texts from the time we created master branch. Okay, so how do we solve this? To solve this, we can just remove everything. This equal to sign is just saying that, oh, this is the separator. Okay, we can just delete all this and just keep the text that we want in the final file. Okay, so I'm gonna put text in to add after removing everything. That's what I want in the final file. And then when I do git add dot and commit it, this is what is gonna be in the final file after solving the conflict. This is what is gonna be in the final file in to add branch. And now I can safely merge it into master. There'll be no issue. Now let's look here. I made the to add branch from the first commit that we made in master branch. Now I'll make a change in the to add branch, right? Merging should still be fine, because from the time I made the branch, there has only been an advancement in the to add, right? But now let's say we made a change in master branch after creating the branch. That's when we're gonna have a conflict, right? I made the change in master branch after I created the to add branch. Okay, and that change affects the same line that to add trying to make a change in. That's the only time we get a conflict. So now after we solve the conflict, we're gonna get a new commit hash in to add branch that says we merge the two with no issues. Okay, so now we know there was an issue, we merged it. Now we know all that, right? Now what if we want to make it look like we didn't do any merging? It just all happened in one sequence, like we made the branch fresh, right? That's where git rebase comes in. Now what is git rebase? Let's take the same example. After creating the to add branch and committing something, we also made a change in master branch. So now there's gonna be now to add commit was made after it. So when we merge it, it's gonna say that there has been a merge. But when we git rebase, it's gonna make it look like the to add branch was made from the second commit of master. Do you see? Here, to add branch is clearly made from this commit because everything after that is different. So to add branch was made from this commit. But when we use git rebase, it makes it look like to add branch was made after these two commits, and then this one's commit shows up. So that's all git rebase is. Okay, so it looks like nothing extra has been done. There's no merge commit, nothing. Now keep in mind, master branch is always the top dog. Okay, so whatever branch you make from here, you should apply the changes from master file into to add into the other branch, and then only you should merge this branch into the master. Okay, because master should always be no issue, perfect, all in order. Okay, so everything should be applied into the branches to make sure the branch is updated with everything in master, and then only you should merge what's in here back in here. Now just a couple more things. We can rename a branch using -m, the old branch name and the new name. Okay, git branch that. We can delete a branch using git branch -d, small d, and the branch name. But when we use capital D, that's when it's gonna just delete the branch no matter what. Here what happens is we're gonna check if commits were made and if it's safe to do so to delete. But here it's just gonna delete, no checking whatsoever. Okay, yeah, that's it. Bye. Catch you next time. Practice to understand everything. Okay.